accepting the Club President of the Year Award.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests. I am truly honored that District 2 awarded me the 2016 Club President of the Year Award. This is especially meaningful in the fact that there are, at the beginning of last year, 189 clubs and 189 club presidents, and there were 9 excellent leaders who were nominated, and I feel truly blessed and honored that I was awarded this award from District 2. And I'd like to begin by thanking those who nominated me for the award, because if people didn't nominate me for this award, I would not have won the award. So thank you for all who nominated me. Second, I want to thank District 2 Toastmasters for recognizing leaders in District 2, because they have these awards every year, and they have the club president. Last year, Bob won the Vice President of the Year award. Andrea Hamlin won the Area Director of the Year last year. And also they award the Division Director. I think that's tremendous that they recognize leaders. And the third group I want to thank is the Bellingham Evening Toastmasters Executive Committee who worked with me last year. I want to thank all of you for doing your jobs and for making me look good. I really appreciate that. It really helped out with the award. But you know, I've been with Bellingham Evening Toastmasters for almost 3 years. And it took me 1.5 years to go to my first meeting. And when I went to my first meeting, I was really anxious, because I remember walking into Unity Church, and it was like I was walking into somebody's living room. Like everybody knew each other, and I felt really uncomfortable. I remember when I first introduced myself to the group, my mouth got all that cockney thing, and I just could barely speak. And I remember it took me like 2 months to finally figure out the Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guest. It took me like 2 months. But you know, it was very welcoming. I remember the Remingtons were there, Andrea, Bob. There were a lot of welcoming people there. So I felt comfortable. So I started getting used to going. In the first 3 to 6 months, I worked on my roles and my CL manual. And I mostly worked on public speaking, because I thought Toastmasters is all about public speaking. But about the 6-month mark, I thought, you know, I want to do more. I want to do something bigger, go to the next level. So I decided to take a club officer role. And I decided to take the role of Vice President of Membership. Because I thought, what a cool role. That's got to be the best. You're like a salesperson. You're the recruiter for the club. You get the practice of public speaking, your communication, and your sales skills. This is awesome. I found it really challenging at first, but then I simplified the processes and I made it my own. And whenever a new person came in, I was like a heat-seeking missile. I would go find them, because I remembered what it was like for me to go to that first meeting just 6 months ago. And I wanted them to feel comfortable. And I wanted them to let them know what was going to happen during the course of the meeting. And then if they had questions, I invited them to ask me at the end of the meeting. So at the end of the meeting, I was like a heat-seeking missile. That was my style. And I would go visit them just to make sure I wanted to not have them leave without me thanking them for going to the meeting. And also to answer any questions. I never, forced anyone to join the club. But I always wanted them to feel welcome to come back. And this helped me recruit 15 members that year, which is an above average year. And it helped our club become the District 2 Inspirational Club Award. Win the Inspirational Club Award. Now I thought, well, that's great. Then I heard that the president position was opening up. So I decided I wanted to run for it, and I got elected for the president's position. And I thought, wow, this is a big position. This is a big commitment. But I took this position for 3 reasons. One, I knew I loved Toastmasters, and it was an opportunity for me to pass my passion on to other people. 2, it was a tremendous opportunity to lead a team and to build a culture and to use my energy to benefit that culture. And then the third reason, what a tremendous challenge to develop my leadership skills and to help bring the club to another level. So when I first started, I realized the first thing we need to do is to bring more energy to the meetings. Because let's face it, we were kind of old. How old were we? We could have probably done a great commercial for AARP. I mean, our club was so old, we probably meet the marketing demographics of Spring Creek Retirement Center. That's how old we were. We had a really old club. And I remember the first person we recruited that year was John Mason. And John Mason, yeah, he's older, but he kind of acts like a 12-year-old sometimes. So he brought great energy to our meetings, and I thought that was awesome. And then one of the next people we recruited was Tiffany Holden. She was the opposite. She looked about 12, but she presented like she was about 60. She did a tremendous job. But these were all new people coming in with new energy. And that year, we recruited 28 new members. That's like a huge record. That was the most out of any community club, and there was only one corporate club out of the whole district that beat us, and that was a corporate club called Amazon.com. So we did tremendous. And the other area where we did tremendous last year was when our club hosted the first ever district training in Bellingham. I was so happy with how our club performed on that because we had 18 members who actually helped out on the day of the event, and it was a super successful event. So being the president of a club, that was a tremendous leadership experience for me, and I got to meet a lot of excellent people. But what were my takeaways from being part of Bellingham Toastmasters? And there's 3 of them. The first one, Toastmasters is more than just public speaking. Public speaking is all about you, and there's no doubt that you want to practice your speaking skills and get better. But there's so much more, which leads me to the second takeaway. We all, whenever we take a role in a meeting, we have the leadership of that role. If we all do the role really seriously, we bring great energy to the meeting. And if we all bring our best to our roles, we have great meetings. And that just great meetings build on great meetings. And that actually helped our club grow because we always had good meetings. So leadership is in the role. And the third takeaway, taking a club officer role is like having a super training in a learning laboratory. I mean, it's a tremendous opportunity to develop your leadership skills, to have the opportunity to make something happen for your club, and it's also an opportunity to position others to be successful in their speaking, leadership, and communication skills. And also, it's an opportunity to position the club to be successful, sustainable, and to grow. Because ultimately what you learn is that club leadership is not about you, it's about everybody else. It's about the membership. And you realize any achievements that result are from everybody's efforts. So my name might be on this award right here, but it was not all about me. It was about all of you. It was about the efforts of the executive committee and the efforts of the membership to have excellent meetings. And because of that, I want to thank all of you for helping me become the District 2 2016 Club President of the Year. Thank you, everybody.